Boom, take two. Okay, so I tried this before, made some mistakes. I am still not a very clear or experienced broadcaster, but I am a comic book artist. So we're going to talk about that today and not apologize for everything I don't do right. Um, Clearly, I'm not home, so my plans have changed once again. Feel like that's a story of my life. You make plans and then life just does what it wants to do. But here I am, and I wanted to talk a little bit today about the past Kickstarter, the new Kickstarter, and some of the fun stuff that we've got coming up. And there's a lot. So let's just get into it. If you're watching, you may or may not know we ran a good Kickstarter for the last book, Angel's Blood Zero. Angel Blood being my pet project. Started it going on 20 years ago, and it's something very dear to me because it's born of a place where I was just getting into comics and learning how to make comics and getting serious about comics. Um, in all honesty, it's an older book in the sense that like I started it so long ago, but it's also one of my favorite things that I've ever drawn. So we ran a Kickstarter in 2017 for Angel's Blood One. Great book, and it went well. And then life happened. So life happens, and then so it was like 4 years before the next one. But the creator Mike Barr and I got together to run another Kickstarter, and we ran this awesome thing this year for Angel's Blood Zero. I am tired, so forgive me. I also meant to run a video about a week ago, and I got really sick, man. Like the whole house got sick. The kid was sick. The wife was sick. I was sick. Scared the hell out of me. Thought I had COVID. Got tested. No COVID. Just your normal back to school crud. So I feel like I'm still recovering from that, and so bear with me. So the Angel's Blood Zero Kickstarter went great. Most of the rewards are out. There's a few left, and that's why I'm trying to do some more videos because I wanted to do some live drawing of the last remaining sketch covers that I need to fulfill so that they can go out. And if you haven't gotten yours yet, I promise it will be in just a few days. And if you have gotten yours, let me know if you liked it because I'm really looking for some feedback and some social proof on how did it go. Did you like the book? Would you think it was worth it? Would you support another one, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Um, the creator Mike and I are still uh, working on another issue, and we'd really like to know what you thought, what we can do better in the future, um, if we're going to move forward with it. So before I move on to the next thing, I wanted to show you this awesome Hollow Blast cover if you haven't seen it before. So yeah, buddy. I did a variant cover for the Angel's Blood project, and I used the Jack Kirby Incredible Hulk #1 as a model, and I did an homage like this. So if you haven't seen it, the Jack Kirby cover is no, oh, that's not Kirby, that's me. That's the foil. I don't have the Kirby cover. Son of a gun. All right, my bad. Um, Trust me though. Anyway, if you haven't seen it, it's similar to this, except it's got the Hulk and banner on it. And I thought Mike and I are such big Hulk fans, it'd be great to do uh, that style of cover. And I did that style of art. You notice the line work is not my usual thick cross hatching. And then I found Kablam was offering these really awesome metallic and hollow blast covers, and they're kind of expensive to print, but boy, are they cool. So I printed a couple of them, just a couple of them for me and Mike because I thought nobody else would want them. Who would care, right? Um, Little did I know when I got the books in and I did a video, wow, the response was awesome. So I actually ended up ordering another batch of just those because there was demand for them. And so I've sold a few already. I have a show coming up. I'm going to be selling them live at shows. If you are interested in one, selling them for $15, just hit me up in the comments or on Facebook, and I will see that you get one. The front cover of the book looks like that. The back cover Pow. I didn't even know what to put on the back cover, and then I thought this goes with the blast on the front. Uh, this shot from Angel Blood Zero exclusively uh, of Miller getting hit with the bullets. Not to give away too much of the story, but Father Miller, when we meet him in this book, he's young and he's in the military. So he's actually this is him in Desert Storm. Now when we catch up to him, he's older and he's jaded and he's kind of hiding in the church, away from the world. But this shows us what happened to Miller just before that, uh, what turned him to become such a recluse. Anyway, if you haven't read it, Angel's Blood #1 and Angel Blood Zero are both available on Indie Planet. So let's put that banner up there. IndiePlanet.com. You can search for Lennar or Angel's Blood, and you can get this amazing book. Here's a guest spot by my man Mohammed. He's an amazing artist who helped us out with another great page for this book. So check him out. Uh, this is a bad way to do a video. I'm gonna do a better one later when I have more time. Oh, yep, that's professional. Okay, so let's look at Midnight Eternal. So that's past. That's what's happening. It's what's been happening. Angel's Blood. What's coming up is my new project Hatched, and that book is a sketchbook project, and I'm running a Kickstarter in about 2 weeks, and it's going to be a small goal, just a $600 goal, a short-term project. It's only going to run a little over 2 weeks, and it's a collection of work of mine that's older, most of it. It's mostly unpublished stuff, so it's just stuff you either haven't seen or never been published. So some stuff maybe I've shared on social media, but not printed in books. But the kicker to that to me is the interactive aspect. So I want to have an interactive sketchbook project where backers will have a chance to add their own ideas to the book and get them published, drawn and published by me. I have a couple of artist friends who are also helping out with either penciling or inking duties. So there'll be a few surprises in there that I'll announce. We're doing a Facebook Live um, event for the launch, and I'll post the link in the comments. I'd like for everybody to join in before we launch and really be a part of this project. Whether or not you back it or just share it or just talk about it or like it or let me know what you think about it. I do this because I love it. I don't There's not really big money in making indie comics. I just love to do it. And being able to do it and run it on Kickstarter and get books printed without totally going into debt is kind of amazing. So it's um it's part of the my goal to build an empire of uh, that sounds cocky, but I'm building a thing, out of my comics leading up to my next launch, which is the project that I'm writing. That's right, I'm writing something. And if you know me, you know me, or I don't write. I'm not a good writer. I'm not an author. I'm an illustrator. I usually work with amazing writers who bring me much, much better stories than I could ever tell on my own. So whether they're friends and collaborators or as a freelancer, I'm often hired to draw someone else's stories, and I love that. In fact, I'll talk a little bit about the next book for Earth Team Green coming up, Sky Princess, which is a job, but it's a job that I love. So the next Kickstarter is called Hatched, an Illustrated Daydream. And that seems a little funny and lofty, but again, I'm not a writer, so if the title isn't that catchy, please forgive me. But it's Hatched refers to the thick style of cross hatching that my art is known for, if it's known at all. I promise you, if I'm remembered for anything, it's going to be for cross hatching. Um, I've been criticized for it. I've been praised for it. Um, I've gone back and forth about the style of art that I do, and what I landed on ultimately is just that, dude, I got to be myself. So if I'm gonna, be damned, let's be damned for who I really am. I wanted to do just put something up. Well, probably a good example is this page again. See the way that I like to differentiate my shapes and my figures is through shadow and shading and cross hatching. Um, and so if there's one thing that I think my work has uh, that makes it a little different is that I use a lot of cross hatching. So the book's called Hatched. Does that make some sense to me? Because it's called hatching, which is just a way of shading with lines. I'm a huge fan of black and white art. I don't love to color my work. I do color. I can color. I like color to an extent when it suits it. If it's a superhero book or something that needs to be strong and bold, like a cartoon. But man, honestly, if I had my way, I would do all black and white comics. So the but Hats is going to be a full color story. Some of the art will be black and white when it needs to be, but there'll be colors throughout the book. So it's not just a black and white. I think black and white gets a bad rep because people think it's cheap looking, or that it's missing something. And to me, it's usually just a style choice. Angel's Blood was black and white on purpose, and is black and white with like hints of color, which signifies only to boost the story. Like when there's blood, the blood's red. But the rest of the book, most of the book is meant to be black and white, and that's just for the strength of the story. So that's from Angel Blood to Hatched. Um, I'm gonna go in a minute because the reason I'm not doing my regular live video is because I'm not home and this is inconvenient. But boy, I just need to keep telling the story. The next thing that's coming out in the book, this book is nearly done, is from Earth Team Green, and you can go to earthteamgreen.org and look up the new uh, project, Sky Princess. There's a sampler on that page. There's also um, samples on my website, kenscomics.net. And after I finish this up, I'll post a link in the comments. Sky Princess follows the story of Nevaeh Sky, who is um, a young girl, 14, is given powers. It's just, this is why I'm not a writer, guys. But it's a great book. I love it very much. It's a eco thriller, they call it. The writer Arlie Owens has done a series called Earth Team Green comic books. There's like 8 of them, and it's about saving the planet. It's a little bit like Captain Planet meets X-Men, um, for all ages. Uh, it's astonishing. I love it. It's got a great message. It's a lot of fun. Um, these basically, without giving too much away, these aliens are trying to destroy the planet. And they've come here during the Civil War era. It starts out in the Civil War era, and Earth aliens crash to Earth in Ohio, of all places, Ohio, right? Of course, it's going to be in Ohio. Um, and they set up shop and they um, sneak into our culture, and they're trying to kind of terraform the planet from within. It's not like your usual story where aliens got these laser beams and they're they're screwing up the planet. They actually come here and they get into the system. Some of them they shapeshift and they become politicians, and they get into our corporate structure. And so we're fighting them. We're fighting climate change. Um, so it's a bit of a message. It's a bit of fun, and it's a great story and a great project. Keep following me. Follow Earth Team Green, and because that book is soon to be done and will be out in October. I love it very much. I'm very proud of it. And coming from a place where I usually do a bunch of dark, gritty monsters and demon comics, I'm happy to do something that's a little more PG. And so I'm in love with the Sky Princess. I'll be doing more of that. In fact, maybe I'll do some live drawing of that. Um, Let me know what you think. This video has been a little bit of a rambling because that's what I do. I'm still a little under the weather, and I'm busy as hell today. Um, So I'm going to try and do another video later, set up and do some sketching if I can. Let me know what you think. If you leave a link in the comments or a question, I would like to answer some questions if anybody has any. If you don't, I'm going to just make up my own questions and answer them myself. Maybe I'll even talk to me. Um, Thank you for paying attention. Appreciate you. Follow the link on Indie Planet because you can pick up most of my self-published comics are there. Some of my other work isn't there, but you can go to indieplanet.com, find me. I will be more coherent later, I promise. I'll get a little caffeine in me. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for paying attention. I'll put a link in the comments so you can check out Hatch because Hatch just coming pretty soon, and I would like to. There's so much I want to share. I got other stuff that I've done that's never seen the light of day that I hate for like all this work to never be seen. And that's been my last couple of years. I've been like Angel's Blood, dusting off old projects and trying to put them out to the world. I did a book called The Citizen with Polar Bear Comics, and that didn't get published originally. And I felt strongly enough about it that we self-published that book just because I had to get it out. I mean, if y'all don't know about comics, it takes hours, if not days, to create a single page. So it's quite an investment of time, but it's something that I just love to do. I don't really want to do anything else. When I'm not drawing comics, I'm thinking about drawing comics, and I will do it till the day I die. I may not get rich off of it, but I will always be drawing comics. So thank you for your time. I know I've said this before. Um, Talk to you again later. Appreciate it. Peace. Be good to each other.